Hurricane Zeta made landfall south of New Orleans as nearly a Category 3 hurricane and was downgraded to a tropical storm as it made its way across Alabama. Zeta was responsible for single deaths in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. I heard the rain in my sleep, but don't recall hearing the wind. Our clocks and devices indicated that we had lost power around 5:30 a.m. Normally, our power outages seldom last more than a couple of hours. By 10:30 a.m., we still had no power, so I decided to grab a gas can and head up to the corner to get some gas for our small Honda generator. As I approached the top of our driveway, I was quite surprised to discover that we wouldn't be going anywhere soon. A neighbor's large tree had uprooted and lay along the small road leading out of the neighborhood. Closer examination revealed the extent of the storm damage and the possible cause of the power outage. Thankfully, the local substation had been knocked offline, so none of the downed power lines were live and there were no injuries. Further down our small little street, numerous uprooted trees completely blocked the street as well as numerous other driveways. I put Bebop, our new Mavic Air 2 drone, up for this first mission in capturing the carnage. Maneuvering Bebop through and amongst the myriad of downed power lines, broadband coax cable lines, telephone pole guy wires, and telephone lines proved a challenge and a good exercise in learning the new controller and Bebop's movements. There were wires and cables hanging and laying everywhere. I quickly went back up our street to the top of our driveway to review our dilemma. The next morning, I made extra pots of coffee out in the garage and shared it with neighbors who weren't able to brew their own. Since our house is all electric and we have no electricity, we can't cook on the stove. So we're using the camp stove in the garage to cook bacon, Cinto bacon, and we're using Serenity stove to cook Morningstar meatless sausages and eggs. So What do we got for breakfast, Yoli?
This is our storm breakfast.
Hurricane.
Hurricane.
Hurricane Zeta.
We've got scrambled eggs and sausage patties and bacon. Of course, they're meatless sausage patties and bacon, but they're still
And coffee made the old-fashioned way in a percolator on the camp stove. To our delight, cleanup and road clearing began the next morning. So the power company cleared the road and then left their new power pole across our driveway and left for the day. So we were still trapped on our property. How ironic. The next morning, the restoration of the neighborhood power grid began. Our power company, Sawney Electric Membership Corporation, was ranked as the #1 co-op utility company in the entire nation for 2020. For decades, every year that the company turns a profit, we get dividend reimbursements that typically cover more than a month's utility costs. What a concept. The heavy transformer is installed after the pole is up and secured. As it turned out, we lost power on Thursday morning, and we were without power on Thursday, Friday, and most of Saturday, with our broadband internet service restored the following day on Sunday. So all things considered, I think we made out pretty well compared to other folks.